Alright, round one of the anniversary event. This hand sucks, we're gonna mulligan it. This hand's even worse, we're gonna mulliganing to 5. Yeah, we need 2 more, and then we'll be at the Giga Chad haircut. Oh my god, these hands are atrocious. Goodbye, goodbye. Well, maybe I should put back the Wandering Emperor instead. Tap land go. Breaker coming in with the Twitch Prime. One more. Then I will have to figure out a new sub goal. Am I supposed to solituding this when I'm at 4 cards feels so bad? Am I gonna have to solitude this? I think I have to. Wafo always does. Generally. Dork. Dork. Coming in with the 200th sub. I will go get a haircut today. As soon as the stream's over, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I'm gonna go get a haircut. I'll post pictures in the Discord. As soon as I get it done. Hobie Wing, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you.
Bing bong.
Just can't thank you enough.
Bing bong.
Posting it in the Team Prof Discord,
Bing
the
bong.
Discord I share with PT Bench. That's insane.
Quadruple. No, it's bing bong.
I gotta stop looking like a degenerate. Yeah, Cold, you came at a good time. It's blue-white in the anniversary event time. Although we're on the Mold of 5, and we had to pitch a card to kill this Ragavan, so we're not doing too hot here. Do need to hit my land drop, so I'm gonna opt main phase. If I can hit my land drop and just draw 2 with one of these Archmage's charms, then we should be in good shape. Alright. This is like a qualifier for the Super Ultra Omega win 1 of every card qualifier event. 4 of every card. It's a qualifier for the qualifier. Shredder. Oh god, you're gonna make me shred. Oh my god, you're gonna make me shred. Is there a Giga Chad hoodie I could buy? I bet you there's a Giga Chad hoodie I could buy. There's one with his face on it that says be a Chad. Get a tattoo of PT on me? No, I'm not gonna get a tattoo of PT. I should make a Dingo Chad emote. Dingo Chad. I'm writing that down. Dingo Chad emote. Alright, do your loots. Sub Frieza. Alright, you looted. I really need to draw 2 at least one time here. I want any chance you're bolting me on your end step. Okay. Really need to ferry.
It's triple. Quadruple. No, it's bing bong.
I think I draw here. Maybe not though. Could get rid of the Ledger Shredder, but then chances are it's gonna get bolted. My worry is if I draw, they heat it. They don't have enough card types in the graveyard, but one fetch land or cracking a fiery islet does it for them. And it's dead to bolt either way. Maybe I'm just supposed to tick down. But if I tick down, I'm so vulnerable. I could just not play the Teferi and just pass with like opt Archmage's Charm. I kind of like that the best. Let's just not play Teferi this turn. Just not. We're gonna opt into like maybe a Solitude. Solitude would be great. I think opt main phase. Oh, I could have, yeah. So I don't get the Ledger Shredder trigger. Yeah, that's reasonable. I think that was a good idea. But maybe we just draw 2. And nothing never gets me annoyed. MP, thank you for another 100 bits and the inspirational words. Appreciate it. But yeah, I should have fired off that opt main phase 100%. Alright. Oh, I guess I'm opting now. I'm glad they didn't do anything. I don't really want another land. Deluge. Do I want to draw two? I think I draw two, even though it's giving him a connive. I think I need to draw two. If they counter it, then that's fine. Might be wrong. Nothing makes me happy. Thank you for another 100 bits MP. Appreciate it. Countering with Archmage's Charm. I think they have a Spell Pierce. I feel like they would have fired off the Spell Pierce if they had the Spell Pierce. So we're kind of in the same situation this turn. Things didn't get a whole lot better for us. MP, thank you for that. Another 100 bits. What an absolute monster. Bolts to Fairy, but we knew this. If I went up or down, it gets bolted, so I think getting the Ledger Shredder off the table is fine with me. Then I'm going to need the Deluge into a Solitude here. Tide plus Counterspell. Devastating. Yeah, being on the Mold of 5 in this matchup is just not good at all. Fairy. I think I pass. Deluge. Attempt to look for something, and then they're going to counter it. And I hopefully untap to Fairy bounce it. I am going to have to take 8, go to 6. I died a double bolt, but they already spent one on Teferi. I exiled 2 more up here. Once the Shaman's go-to stream, now Wafo Jr. I am Wafo Jr. I am become Wafo. I wish I had the honor of calling myself Wafo Jr. I mean, I'm not Wafo Jr. Wafo's still way better than me. Way, way, way better than me. I still have Archmage's Charm up. This is Dark Souls music. Okay, against Murktide, I do want the Verdict. I could see playing the Chalice on 1. I don't think Wafo plays the Chalice on 1 though. I think he just plays like the Mystical Disputes and he calls it a day. I don't even know if he brings in Veto. Maybe 1 Veto. I don't think you can cut Pending also. I think I can cut 1 maybe. It's just so bad against Murktide. Dress down, we can definitely cut maybe a Snapcaster. The Snapcaster also blocks the Relican too. I think both voids. Hey, solid. Thank you for the follow.
You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Could try this. Just cut all the ops, but I feel like that's like just not good. Wafo is very, very high on opt. Let's try it. I don't know. This is probably the incorrect way of sideboarding. We'll see. More importantly, we just need to not be on the Mold of 5. Being on the Mold of 5 is what just was disastrous. I guess we can try this. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Fine enough. Well, I forgot to reset the timer. No timer happening here. It would be better if we had like a Chalice in it or something. Something to do on 2. Deluge is fine. We'll bluff Counterspell. Luckily they didn't have a Ragavan on 1. Otherwise would have had to flash in Snapcaster. And then if Snapcaster gets bolted, I'm so far behind. Snap on 2, get the beats. I mean, if their play this turn is just like play Ledger Shredder, then it's not too bad for me. I'm definitely not snapping on 2. I fetched an island and did nothing. They probably have Blood Moon. Yeah, Snap gets brickwalled by Ledger Shredder. So, not in our best interest. Not gonna fetch here either. I wonder if I should get Island, or Island Plains. I guess we'll see. Probably Island, so that way we can Archmage's Charm if they slam it now. But in general, we definitely do want the Plains at some point. But it's gotta be Island, I think. Yeah, at some point we want the Plains, but now is not that time. They're playing very, very, very slowly. So if this goes to a game 3, we might be able to time them out. Yeah, I have looked at the double master spoilers. I was looking at them for most of this morning. The set looks cool, but it seems like it's mostly for EDH players. Nothing super exciting for modern.
Bing bong.
Am I countering this Ledger Shredder? I think I am countering this Ledger Shredder. If they want to Spell Pierce me or Mystical Dispute me, that's fine. But I think the Shredder's too much of a problem. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I think it's too much of a problem. I have a Spell Pierce. Alright, that's fine-ish. They slammed the Bobble like it was their second spell, when that is very clearly not the case. That was a really good draw. This matchup is basically all about just preventing them from having threats on the table. It's so hard to do that when they have so many cheap counter spells. Let's see what they play this turn. I imagine they don't play anything this turn. They just sit on their counter magic. Played a tap land. I will take one. Let's go for the Deluge. Wow, it resolved. Let's take Counterspell Solitude. Life total is getting pretty low. I think we should still be okay for a couple more turns. It's all about picking my spot when to fire off the Solitude or whatever. Maybe I should have taken basic planes over the second Solitude. Just to have a painless untapped 5th land. Hey! Ed. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Demonic Tutor's channel. We are doing the anniversary event with Wafo Control. And this is the first match. We're down a game to Murktide. We mulled the 5 game 1. Pretty rough, but we're trying to rally back now. They're down 10 minutes on clock, so it's not unrealistic that we time them out this game, or at least this match. They're gonna swing in for 1 again, which is completely fine with me. Yeah, they're getting in for 1. Dude, my hair's getting in my face. Kinda glad I'm getting that haircut today. Yeah, I'll take the 1. Go to 12. End step, I get to decide which of these threats I want to bring in or flash in. I'm thinking it's Solitude, because if I draw a land, I can have Wandering Emperor plus Counterspell backup. Or I could just snap Archmage's Charm, but then they get to trigger Connive off of that. I'd rather them not get Connive this turn. Ragavan. Sure. Thank you for the follow, Magic Terror Corpse. Much appreciated. So they're 100% gonna counter. I also get to trigger Connive off the counter. I think the faster we find Supreme Verdict, the better shape we're gonna be in. Yep, they get to connive. Now the question is, do I take this opportunity to... Depends on what we draw. What do we think here, chat? What do we like? I kind of like solituding the Ledger Shredder now. But then that opens them up to do so many things the following turn. Maybe I solitude the Ragavan. Like Solitude Ragavan. I agree. I think Solitude Ragavan's pretty solid here. Now if they play a Murktide, then we have the Wandering Emperor plus Counterspell backup, or even Dovin's Veto backup since we drew 3rd white. I think they may have a Blood Moon because they fetched out Basic Island turn 1 and did nothing with it. So if they have Expressive Iteration, land, Blood Moon here, we could be in trouble. So maybe we're supposed to evoke the Solitude, but we're so behind on cards also. I'm just kind of hoping that they don't have a Blood Moon at this point. Polluted Delta. Kiss of the Moon. If we were to evoke the Solitude, they would be behind on cards, is what I meant to say. Well, this is a problem. Exactly what I was worried about. So I guess we were just supposed to Solitude, evoke it. As bad as that felt. Drawing that tap land really didn't help. Attacking. I attack, they attack back. I gain 3 if I attack, take 4. Holding back doesn't seem very productive. I'll just take 2 in the air. Ending with what? With what white mana? Yeah. I fetched up Double Island earlier because we suspected Blood Moon. And I had Archmage's Charm in hand. We do have a counter
Bing
spell up
bong.
here. I don't know, we're not in a good spot. Yeah. Snapcaster, Flash in, get the Magus is our game plan right now. No attack with Ledger Shredder. What does this mean? What's up, OG Soul King? We're trying to qualify. But things have not been going great. Does this mean that they don't have a red removal spell in hand? They have no way to deal with the Solitude, they're leaving it back for a blocker. Not a great draw. I gotta pass now. They cast a Lightning Bolt or an Unholy Heat. Am I countering that? If I counter that, they could just put a Murktide into play, and then I really have no way to beat that. These planes can't come soon enough. But I think I have to counter it just to buy myself more time to draw basic planes. This is 7, so I'm 1 short from that.
Bing bong.
EI. Yeah, I can flashback Deluge. Maybe I should do it now. While they don't have counterspell magic up. Or counter magic up. I could potentially find my planes.
Quadruple. No, it's
Bing bong.
They could have Spell Pierce. They could have Mystical Dispute. The question I have to ask myself is, are things getting any better for me? If I wait, I think I have to do it now. I don't even have another Solitude to find. That's the worst part, is I spent both of my Solitudes. Fire and Ice to my hand. What else do I want here? Counterspell. They've been to land. They have sub 5 minutes on the clock as well.
You triggered my trap card!
Well, I think I fired this thing. Maybe I don't tap that. I could fetch my 3rd island before 2nd Blood Moon effect comes down. So let's tap this and this. Nah, let's just tap this. That's fine. Fire, Magus. Done. Magus down. Prismatic Ending, Ledger Shredder.
Bing bong.
They're out of fetchables. Yeah, there was a lot of gifted subs earlier. I think I fight over this. Let's use the Dovin's Veto. This might be my last time I can use the Dovin's Veto if they have another Blood Moon effect. Get to kill this, ship in for 3. Then I have Supreme Verdict when they go to rebuild a giant board. Ghost Partner. Thank you, Chili. Much appreciated.
You're wasting my time.
They really are behind on time, though. Thank you, Chili. I appreciate it. Here comes the Murktide. Hey, Nido King, thank you for the follow. Orbia, thank you for the follow as well. Okay, there's the Murktide. There's Odawara. What a good draw. We just do nothing. don't think we need to bounce an attack. We're so far ahead on cards. Plus, this was making them use more time on top of that. They didn't do anything. Sure. I think we played Chalice on one here. You're 2 up on time. I'm up so far on time. So, I could potentially just draw 2 with this Archmage's Charm. Untap and Verdict. I don't think I care about this. Alright. White, blue, blue. Sad because I can't actually flash in the Wandering Emperor. That's okay. I have another Murktide. Jace. Jace is a problem. That's a problem. Colony doesn't actually kill it. Colony puts it to 1. That kills it. Oh, hi, Teferi. What do they do with the top card? They did nothing. They must have a counter spell. Because they didn't activate Jace. Or they didn't put it on the bottom. If they didn't put it on the bottom... Excuse me. Voice crack? Hydration? Do I have to jam it? I was thinking about end step flashing in the Wandering Emperor. Making it 2-2. And then just like untap Teferi. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to play Teferi. You like Flash? I kind of like the Flash and also. Colonnade Face is interesting. But I'm not sure that's going to be good enough either. I'm just going to pass. Can I both Colonnade and Emperor? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1 mana short. This costs 5 to activate. Gives it Vigilance. Then I'll have 3 up after that. Blood Moon. That's really bad for me. Can't activate Castle Vantress. Sure. I didn't have a counterspell, which is very interesting. Could just... I'm gonna Jace minus bounce this token. If I minus again, make a second token that doesn't do much. So I should definitely just pump this one. Send in a Jace. They can bounce it, attack Wandering Emperor for 1. I already used my Deluge out of the graveyard. Jace themselves. Very interesting. Make a second token here. I think first steps. I think I'm gonna make a second token, so I'm just gonna attack the Jace, see what happens. Bouncing this token. That token. Unholy Heat that gets countered. Unholy Heat, they're trying to luck sack the Connive to kill Wandering Emperor. And they'd hit it. So Wandering Emperor's going down. Snapcaster. Snapcaster Fire kills Jace. Seems like the line. I do it now while they can't choose what to connive. Snapcaster, Flashback Fire. Kill your Jace. Done. Boom, boom. You get to connive. Into Spell Pierce. Alright. May stop them from attacking. It didn't stop them from attacking. Was all that stuff. I usually speedrun leagues during the week. So it's a timer for speedrunning. So I can start it. It's a timer. Alright. Pass the turn. Definitely didn't stop him from attacking. They're winning the race here still. Just like not great for me. Fire and Ice kills them. Planes. Planes, planes, planes. See if they have a counterspell. Did they float double blue and then click on the wrong card? Misclick the counterspell. GG. They have 7 seconds to win game 3. Alright. Oh my god. We'll take those, I guess. That's not the way I wanted to win, but that's a lot of lands. I don't think I can keep this hand. That's a lot of fire and ice. I think I can keep this hand. I'm just gonna send back one of the fire and ice. You had team sealed for RTR.
You triggered my trap
Imagine team
card.
sealed's pretty fun. Team events in general are just a lot of fun. Yep, keep. Hopefully fire and ice is good against them, because if it's not, then we may be in trouble.
Bing bong.
You get a pack rat. Pack rat was so good. Desecration demon was also like a bomb. I wish online had team events also. I'm gonna just start on Mystic Gate here. I'm gonna ice them. They didn't make a play on turn 1. I'm gonna ice them. Desecration Diva was so much worse than pack rat. That card was house. Probably take Archmage's Charm here. Teferi isn't very threatening against the black-red deck. Wow, they took Teferi. Oh, they're playing Jund.
Bing bong.
I would like to divinate. Perfect. Busy Immortals, Detention Sphere, Supreme Verdict. And let's not forget about Aetherling. Aetherling was also one of the best cards in Limited. You could just never kill it, ever. And it had evasion, and it grew. Oh my god, Aetherling was so good. Obzadot, Blood Baron. Blood Baron was unbeatable out of certain decks. Let's see what they get here. It reveals Fatal Push. That sounds about right. Sounds about right for a Bloodbraid Elf. You know what, I'm gonna opt first. Didn't read Voice of Resurgence. Thought it was every spell. Holy. Every spell on every turn. Like, this card's so broken. I could Snap Charm this, but I might want to Snap Charm to draw 2. I'll just normal counterspell it. I don't think they can play anything super threatening after this. Maybe like a Goyf. Ren. That's pretty threatening. Good thing we have Snap Opt here. Snapcaster Opt. Another Solitude. Oops. Yield. I got nothing. Go ahead. Bloodbraid Elf. Found Endurance. Okay. It's not bad. I'm just gonna take the damage. Go on the offensive with my Solitudes. Could have pending this Bloodbraid Elf, but I don't really care that much. And I'll take the 3. Deluge. I assume he's got a cheap counter or cheap removal spell. Another Bolt. Endurance. Endurance is kind of annoying. I think I tap it down with Ice. Fairy's pretty good too. Just play Teferi, bounce the Endurance back to their hand. Goodbye, Endurance. Sheesh. We're in a very, very good spot. I'm gonna ping Teferi. They tapped very poorly. Now they can't recast Endurance. Okay, well, now they can recast Endurance. Counterspell. How much do I care about Ren? Not very much at all. Jeez. Kind of. I think I'm just pending the Ren. I don't know what to do here. They have the Boseiju on the field. They don't have the Boseiju in the graveyard. Could just like Teferi plus. They could flash in Endurance before I have Counterspell backup. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna attack Solitude, Counterspell the Endurance. Well, we know they have an Endurance that they're gonna flash in and try to block. We're kind of putting our shields down here, but at the same time, they only have 1 card after they flash in this Endurance. Bloodbraid number 4. I got a Ragavan. Sure. That's not a problem. Could just pending both of these things. Leave them with an empty board yet again. I'd rather like pending the Ragavan attack and then leave up Deluge. Or I could just, now that I drew a land, I could play Teferi. Let's start on Teferi. I'm gonna get a basic Plains. Was a really good draw too. Pending Ragavan. Seems relatively unlosable. Let's see where these are going. Then we'll decide where our fire wants to go. I assume they're both going at Tef. Yeah, Tef. I'm actually going to fire the Ragavan. Do 1-1. Let Tef go to 2. If they want to bolt it, they can bolt it. Seems relatively unlosable. Yeah, time to get Carnage Sirened. I'm just gonna spend the green. Look at this, Wafo. Look, Wafo, I hope you're there. Pending for 4. Take note. Nah, blue-white's not the best deck. I think blue-white has a good matchup against both, or not a good matchup, but an even matchup against both Murktide and 4-color, which is kind of hard to come by. Take note, Wafo. Take note. Breeding pool. They don't appear to be on the Saga variant of the deck because they're playing Grist. I don't think we need the Dress Downs. I don't think we need Spreading Seas. Maybe we want Relic. Pending for 4. Kind of happy with our main deck configuration for the most part. I could see going down on a Verdict, going up on a Soul Guide Lantern. I'm kind of concerned about their Planeswalkers. I thought about that actually, Hypsh. I think that's how you spell your name, Hypsh. I was thinking about doing Bant Triome instead of Jeskai Triome and then going one Steam Vents and no Breeding Pool, but I figured if we're playing 3 copies of Fire and Ice, then having 2 red sources is probably for the best. But I'm not sure. I could see either way being good. I don't think we want Chalice in this matchup if they're going all the way up to Bloodbraid. I think we just submit it like this. They might have Kroxa. Swap for a Zagoth and get 5 colors. Oh, we don't need 5 colors. They're mulliganing to 6. The greed in me wants to keep this hand. The greed in me took over. You hate Opt as a card? I don't mind Opt at all. I think the Opts are quite powerful. Specifically for when you need to find like a certain card in a certain matchup, it digs you like 2 cards deeper. Well, I'm gonna have to Solitude that, which is fine-ish. I think Snapcaster Opt is one of the best plays in this deck. Stuck on 1 land. Should I shock and scare them? I kind of like shocking and scaring them. Got the 4 Ops, added 1 more land, added 2 Chalices, and the 3rd main Fire and Ice works way better for me. Torpor Orb. My Snapcaster! No, my Snapcaster. Alright. I mean, I don't care. Whatever. 1 Jeskai, 1 Bant. I think that might be a little greedy. 2 Triomes is a lot of Triomes. Get the clock rolling. I think I can just pending this at some point and just have that be fun. Peak Vintage Modern. Do I want to counter this or do I want to draw 2? I have Snapcaster Mage as a blocker, so I'm going to draw 2. Ooh, that's a lot of lands. Look, Ma, all lands. This was far from ideal, I must say. I kind of figured between drawing 3 cards, I would draw 1 non-land. Not gonna block with Snap yet. Snap might be here to like... Ugh. Could opt for pending. I don't really want you right now. You're not very good on this board state. Are you good on this board state? I don't get to cast you until next turn. They're gonna plus Grist twice. Grist is gonna kill you. So I have to come down, spin the Grist. They're gonna have a lot of pressure on me. I don't need you. Perfect. Another Snapcaster. Look, Ma, all snaps. I need the Wandering Emperor. Go Snapcaster Chump Blocker. Block for me. Damn, the flood is real. I think I'd much rather Scry than Chump Block again. They milled 2? Oh, come on. Nope, I need a Supreme Verdict now. That was way too many lands. Maybe even an unfortunate amount of lands. Does that mean we don't want Graveyard Hate? We saw a little bit more of their deck. It just seems like they're on Planeswalkers. I can see Dovin's Veto being okay, just as like additional counter spells, but at the same time, Grist is a creature on the stack, so Dovin's Veto isn't even that good. They're bringing Spreading Seas to try to like stop them a little bit. They have Ragavan, like Second Verdict. We'll leave the Relic in, because the Relic's not bad at stopping like Tarmogoyf, but Soul Guide Lantern doesn't seem very good. This is why I like having March in the deck. If I could March this Ragavan right now, I'd be so far ahead. But instead, I have to, like, spew this Solitude on it. Challenge cancelled. I'm gonna take one hit. Steal the Ragavan. I don't think that's good. I think I just gotta kill it now. Maybe I could take one hit. I don't know. If I take a hit, they like... We'll see. We'll see what they have. That might cost me the game. Now I have so few cards in hand. This is why like Prismatic Ending is so important to have in your opening hand. Goyf is fine. So I can bounce that with Teferi. I have Veil of Summer. I have Veil of Summer that could be really bad for me. They'd have to do it while Teferi's on the stack. Tap better. White, blue, Teferi. Oh, bounce your Goyf. Pending was a great draw. They could Veil with Teferi on the stack, which would be kind of annoying. Oh, you thought it was the filter land? Yeah, no. Here comes Bloodbraid Elf? That's not even very good here. Bolt, sure. Wrist? Goyf. Why are they shocked? I could play Teferi here, but I think Pending's just better. Bloodbraid? Another Goyf. Guess I have to Teferi minus. Sad as that is. I could have plussed and gambled on... Nah, there's like nothing I could have hit. Ice Inquisition. I have nothing. I never have had anything. It's all here, black and white, clear as crystal. I have nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Just draw into two cards that are just amazing. Gas into gas. Goyferson. Sure. Got Snap Pending for you. I got a pending with your name on it. Hey, oh. You win. It's time. Hand's very good. Pending on 1, Fire Ice on 2. I guess I don't have Fire on 2 because of the Breeding Pool. If the Breeding Pool were a Mystic Gate, which is what we cut for it, then we still wouldn't have Fire Ice on 2.
Bing bong.
I believe this hand is quite good though. Never gonna mull it in a million years. No, it's not a community channel reward, which I might do one of those at some point. Channel community rewards. Is it the mirror? Oh my god. It might be the mirror. Either the mirror or hammer or affinity. That's affinity. Well, being on the draw kind of sucks here. At feel when on the draw in modern. I think I have to ice this Urza Saga. Icing the Urza Saga prevents them from making a token at least. I can deal with everything else later. My other option here, I could Pending Smith. That doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah, I'm gonna ice Urza Saga. Urza Saga with the old upkeep ice. Keeping up counters not gonna do anything. Just gonna make an Urza Saga token. If I tap down their Urza Saga, they're most likely gonna play Esper Sentinel. Then I can fire Memnite Esper Sentinel. We're definitely on the back foot for now. Sorry, I can't fire it. I didn't mean fire. Forgot that I'm using the ice right here. So now I can't fire Memnite, but Prismatic Ending's not a bad draw. I just kind of can't let them make Urza Saga tokens. So they're going to be huge. I need a Supreme Verdict. Got a Thought Monitor.
Bing bong.
What do I do about this? Just pending the Memnite. Leave up Counterspell, but that doesn't seem very good. They might just make an Urza Saga construct. Think. Teferi. Bounce Darksteel Citadel. Also doesn't seem that good. Yeah, it's fair. I guess Fountain would have been the better thing to hit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I should have iced the Fountain. I mean, it's marginal, but yeah, I should have iced the Fountain. Because they could have easily played a second White Source. I don't know what the hell to do here. So many lines, and none of them are great for me. I could take the line that buys me the most time and ending the 3-3. Which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Just ending the 3-3 play tap land pass. They're gonna get to go crazy with it though. I really need a Supreme Verdict. They make an Urza Saga construct that can steal it. Potentially. Bounce it with Teferi, more than likely. This shouldn't auto yield. I might want to answer something here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. So Thought Monitor costs 3. Thought Monitor costs 2. So they can cast Thought Monitor. Ugh, awful. Okay, here comes the Thought Monitor. Need Verdict so badly. I could Solitude. Let me think about this. If I Solitude the Construct token, and they can't cast Thought Monitor this turn, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. And it costs 3 mana. Should've got rid of Teferi. Left the Pending in my hand. I get Pending the Springleaf Drum. Have Metallic Rebuke, that's okay. Now it has to be Teferi bounce the stupid construct token. I clicked on you, land. Please. Could have stolen it instead. Blocked the Memnite. Like, that's not great for me either. Still need that Supreme Verdict. Man, being on the draw in Modern just feels so bad. If I was on the play this game, it would have been a completely different game.
Summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck.
They did, in fact, summon Pot of Greed. Top 3 Modern decks that aren't 4-color. Murktide, Amulet, Living End. Sucks. I could snap Pending, take out the Nettle Cyst. It's not great for me. I could fire. I mean, I could steal the Nettle Cyst. They re-equip it to Pop Monitor. I fire it. No, I need to take out the Nettle Cyst. That Nettle Cyst is such a problem. I think it just has to be snap Pending. Just playing from behind all the time. Can't really do anything proactive. I guess I could ice it. Leave up Charm. I'm taking 6 points of damage. 7 if they play an artifact. I'm at 2. So bad for me. I think I gotta go with the snap Pending line. Snap Pending and pray. They summon another Pot of Greed to draw 2 additional cards from their deck. Alright, Verdict. You can show your face anytime. Anytime, Verdict. You can come and be in my hand. Good Archmage's Charm. think my best bet here is Archmage's Charm. Draw 2, hit Verdict, plus land. No, it doesn't even work. 2 mana short for that. I could ice something and then draw Verdict. Verdict is my only out, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to draw Lampus. Yeah, you're right. I'm just dead. There's just nothing I can do. I was thinking I was drawing 2 cards for some reason. Just nothing. Just dead. Dress down. I guess Spreading Seas is fine. Just dead. Mystical Dispute's probably good too. If Ice drew 2, it'd be insane. Because I was thinking, like, whatever reason, I was thinking I was casting Archmage's Charm for 2. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. What do I cut? Probably the clunkier cards like Deluge can go. Counterspell does seem kind of bad. Got like 3 copies, leave 1 in. Snapcaster can probably go as like a 1 of also. Then I guess I can cut 1 big Teferi. Iron Ice is really good. I can cut 1 Archmage's Charm. I'm just like playing to the board in this matchup. I think Fire and Ice is great. It's like one of my few ways of killing Esper Sentinel. And it's quite bad. It does have an opt in it. If I opt into a white source, I guess it's not the worst hand. But it's so top end heavy. I guess I'll try it. Not a big fan of this hand though. Especially if they come out of the gate being explosive. Just lacks early interaction. Hey, the Fleet Farmer. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Bing bong.
I'm gonna opt to rule them all. I think this hand was probably a mulligan. Kind of just looking for like early pendings. Fire and Ice. Stony Silence. I think all those cards are really, really good. And I probably should have mulliganed for them. I would like to play an island and pass the turn. Play a tap land. I like this matchup way more when March is in the deck. I want to keep an opt. Guess I'll take an opt. Yep. Drum, sure. Memnite. I can kill my Teferi. Loading another blue here. In case I drew another opt. I don't know why they brought in Meddling Mage. Card seems very bad in this matchup. Named Spreading Seas, that's reasonable. Do play Spreading Seas. I think I got Teferi Bounce Saga. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's just Teferi Bounce Saga. Because then next turn I can go like Pending, Snap, Pending. Be pretty good. If I didn't have the drum, then I could have bounced like Razor Tide Bridge and I would have been super far ahead. But I don't get that luxury. Things that are unbeatable. This matchup seems horrendous. Without March. Yeah, this is 5 rounds. Pending, Snap, Pending. Market Pending the Teferi. I have Teferi next turn. Think. I can go Pending, Snap, Opt. I think I like Pending, Snap, Pending. I want to go fetch something. How disappointing have the double master spoilers been? I feel like it's pretty disappointing for me personally, but I know a lot of people have been happy with them as commander players. I'm gonna go basic planes. Prismatic Ending you. Snapcaster Mage. Prismatic Ending the Memnite. Yeah, they're gonna be like $50 a booster. They're gonna be something outrageous. Maybe they don't have a 3rd land. It's gonna be a 2/2. The fairy's so annoying. The fairy can draw me out of this, but it's gonna be difficult. I need dress down ASAP. I don't know if I played this game very well either. They can make another, get a Shadow Spear. Aether Spell Bomb. I'm gonna bounce my Snapcaster. Alright, Verdict. Anytime you want to show up, I'd love to have you. I don't even need to actually use Aether Spell Bomb. Verdict, I need you right now. Completely tapped out of blue mana, so they can't bounce the Urza if I Solitude it now. And the Urza is going to be a very, very big threat the longer this game goes, so I think I need to kill the Urza. I just kill a token. I'm supposed to kill a token, but then they can bounce Urza, make another token later. And chump one of them, take a bunch. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Urza. I guess they could go bounce with Teferi. Bounce with Aether Spell Bomb. Then I could Solitude one of them. I would take a lot of damage if they did that. There's just no challenge today. There was no modern challenge available to play in today. But here we are playing the anniversary event instead. And we're 2-0. But you know, that would be 2-1. Depends. If they have a lot of like
Bing
draw
bong.
2 effects in their hand, then we're definitely
Bing
dead.
bong. Bing 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 bong.
Panini, please.
Bing bong. Bing bong. Bing bong.
They have draw
Bing
2 effects.
bong.
Aw, man.
Bing bong. 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 Bing bong.
2 for 1 Bing Bong Saturdays.
Bing bong.
Absolutely not. Bing Bongs are cheap enough as is. Bring back Bing Bong inflation. Oh, hey, Dress Down. I needed you 6 years ago. I ever win this game? I think it starts. I think I'm Wandering Emperor plus Attack Teferi. Emperor Exile is 7/7. Is that even good? I need to kill this Teferi. This Teferi's killing me. Well, the problem is they have another Urza Saga on the table. So I don't want to use this Dress Down right now. I want to wait on this Dress Down as long as possible. Because they have another Urza Saga just sitting there. Yeah, they jump. I gain 4 life. Another artifact. I have to cast this Dress Down. Well, that was probably the best draw of all time. Oh, hit the spear. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hit the spear. You're right. I should have hit the spear. I didn't even think about it. That was a punt. 100%. Reduce the artifact count. Yeah. I would have been better. Way better. I don't know if it's going to matter, though, because they're still so far ahead. I definitely should have done that. Empress would have been at 2. Would let me made a token here. Opt. I guess I put this on top. How big is this thing gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tilting. If I killed the Shadow Spear, it would have been 5/5. Oh, that mistake's gonna come back to get me. So sad. I bounce the Memnite attack to Fairy. Then it'll be a 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll only be a 5/5. And then they could chump. If they want to activate Aether Spellbomb, bounce my Solitude, then... Alright, did I do the math right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack the Fairy. Cool with this. Game would have been so different if I killed the Shadow Spear, though. This is game 2. Why do they have 6 cards? Because they're just like casting draw twos. I can't do anything about it. They cracked Aether Spellbomb. Oh boy. Another draw two coming in hot. Actually, they're short of mana. They need to play Memnite first, and then after they play Memnite, oh, you need to play Memnite first, and then you can cast it. There you go. Now you're getting it. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Draw. Land perfect. Maybe I should have scryed my upkeep. That way I gotta kill the 8/8 token. Scryed my upkeep. Nah. Should have played Affinity, but apparently. Gotta get that tap. They're at 46. How are you at 46? At 46, you didn't kill the spear. It's true though. I didn't kill the spear. Yeah, they only used 2 sagas. 9 cards in hand. My 0. Really feel not having March in this matchup. Acme attack to fairy. Sure. Am I supposed to scry? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can verdict if I scry, so yeah, let's scry. Ending doesn't really do anything. Well, I guess it kind of does. Could top the pending. I'm gonna bottom the pending. I don't think I want it. I need something better. Perfect. Perfect. Finally get to kill Shadow Spear. Yeesh. Stop, I'm already dead. I feel like it's crack land scry. I need a verdict now. Jeez. Oh yeah, I have 2 non-verdict. Yeah, I guess we don't crack the land. Guess we don't crack the land. Dress down. I could top these, and I could dress down into Archmage's Charm. And also charm into drown the other way around. What do you think? I mean, we lose to counterspell no matter what. I think I top like this, so that way I don't lose to rebuke right off the bat. I do this at end step. If I do it at end step, I can't do it at end step because it's the fairy. Spell pierce. Lock. Die. Alright, we're dead. Drop down to 2 and 1. That was such a brutal spot. What was the third card? I don't know. I don't think I can check anymore. All. Can't keep a 1-lander. It's another 1-lander. At least it's got an opt in it. I guess I'll keep this one. We're supposed to put back the charm. Yeah, let's put back the charm. I think mulliganing to 5 with this hand is like where we want to be. I think this hand's good enough to potentially be okay. Green, white, Oath of Nissa. It's just 4 color, alright. Perfect. Yes. You know, knowing that it was 4 color, I should have looked at this. I wasn't really paying attention. I should have looked at this because knowing it was 4 color, I probably put back the verdict. Maybe verdict ends up being fine here. I just put you to the bottom. I literally just put you to the bottom. 4 color's gonna be pretty tough too. Missing on land's never where I want to be. Play all tapped. Go ahead. We're not in a good spot though. Not at all. I have so many cards in hand. W6. Sure. Out of pending the Ren and 6. I countered that Ren and 6, then there was a high chance they could just slam Teferi and then completely blank my counter spells. But they're gonna hit land drops for a while, and I'm kind of stuck on lands a little bit, so. Okay, at least I'm hitting some land drops now. I think this matchup's mostly about, like, who can hit the most land drops. Let's sit up, because we're gonna have to play a little bit faster. It's gonna be a long one. Cycles the Triome. I'm gonna opt for a land here. I want to make sure I don't hit my land, or don't miss my land drops at all. Sure. What are you calling for? Omnom. Okay. I can let this resolve and solitude it. I don't think they have counterspell. Hit the plains. I have ephemerate, then I'm like so dead. They could very easily have ephemerate. Nope. That's a relief. I hate Omnom Club. Balance my solitude back to hand. I have to kill this thing with Colonnade. I don't have a choice. Oh my god, they probably have solitude. So bad for me. Could have paid the full 6, fired up the hall. Maybe that was better. They are on the counterspell version. Yeah, I think I was supposed to pay the full 6 and just fire up the hall, kill it. I'm gonna be playing from behind this entire game. They're playing like a hybrid version. Playing March and Risen Reef. Interesting. Weird list. I fell behind as soon as I decided to solitude that Omnom. I should have just countered it. And then countered the Teferi. They probably wouldn't have even played the Teferi though. Fell so far behind. This card is so messed up. Vivian. Jesus. I could play another Solitude, try to kill Teferi. I do here. I'm gonna try to kill Teferi. Yeah, I killed Teferi. Now I have a chance, albeit a small one. A chance is still a chance. Any creature they have just kills me. What is this Beverly Hills Cop music? I have no idea. It's Ace Combat 7. I don't know. I could have killed Vivian instead, maybe. Just minusing Vivian. I have a chance. Oh my god. Why wouldn't they just pot off then if they had the karmic guide? Alright, whatever. Them making this was just a mistake. Unless they could have Kiki in hand, I guess. Evoke Solitude, Animated Hall, kill Tef and Vivian. 6 cards in hand. How the fuck do I ever get through this? Deluge for a land. Verdict. Guess that's the best thing I can do, I think. What else do I want? Maybe the opt. Sure, I'll take an opt. This isn't even good for me. Still have like 3 active planeswalkers. About to ult this Ren. Active Teferi. They can do whatever they want with this Vivian. Had I known that Vivian was the flavor of the day, I wouldn't have played Control. I don't think this deck ever beats this variant of it. You just steal this. They don't know it has a combo in it. Apparently not. Could take this. Wandering Emperor minus. I could Tef on Ren. Yeah, I probably have to Tef on Ren. And then steal this token. Get the Ren back, so that means they get to kill my Teferi with the ping. Also buy Yorion. Play Yorion. Link all of these fucking planeswalkers. Ugh, it's just so disgusting. Mill Solitude, Solitude. Put Solitude, Solitude into their hand. Maybe we beat them on time. I could save time, or I could just like try to beat them on time, because they're gonna take a while to kill me. The only way to win this matchup is the clock. Kind of feels like it. I'll just let them do whatever they want to do. Like, do I concede at this point, or do I make them click through it? I don't know if I care enough to make them click through it, but at the same time, like, it's probably the only way we're winning this match. I don't know, chat, what should I do? Make them click through it or concede? I feel bad about this. People do make me click through the breach combo. I feel bad about making them click through it. Flip a coin. Heads, I make them click through it. Tails, I concede. They're clicking through it. Alright. It's been decided. I should just concede. I'm just gonna concede. Feel bad about this. Yeah, having moral sucks. Now my opponent said thanks for conceding, basically. They said thanks, Dingo. I said, yeah, I flipped a coin. I said heads, I make you do it. Tails, I concede. They said makes sense. I said it came up heads, but I felt bad. They said, LOL, thank you. Yeah, I'm in the camp of conceding the infinite just due to paper being a thing. Dismissal in, yeah. I think I want dismissal. Dress down for sure. Yeah, Steam Vents for Fire, nice. I think I want another Verdict. Like, cut here. A trip of pending. Fire and Ice is like abysmal. I can cut a Snapcaster. Uh, 10's good. Let's put back Steam Vents. That's fine. I just lead on this tap because I got nothing on turn 1 anyways. And Ice can kill Walker to Fairy. Yeah, maybe. But generally it's pretty bad. If they don't have to bounce something, then like Fire and Ice is completely embarrassing against Teferi. Um, Start on, let's fetch first. Let's fetch the Triome out. Put Dress down on top. I'm not gonna Dress down that anyways. Don't care about a Nice Fang. Endurance. Ugh, all these flash threats. I guess I can't counterspell this Endurance in good faith. I have to let it resolve. That was the perfect draw. Now I can pending the Endurance and leave up counterspell. Ending the Spear. Shut up, Jadini. Am I counterspelling this? Am I just dressing this down? I have no answers to it. I need to counterspell this. They can't play Teferi. Alright. My time to Tef. Our position's not bad. Do this now because we get to untap 2 lands and I can hold up Archmage's Charm. They brought in Veil of Summer. Fairy. Iorion, sure. Prismatic ending to Fairy. Sure. What about Solitude? That was the other option. I lost the blue-white affinity. Brion. I'll let that resolve and then just like sucked away the Ice Fang, but that's a bigger problem than the Ice Fang. Bound Accomplice. That Vivian. If I just let this happen. What if I let it happen and they have... let me look. Let it happen, they put into Fairy into Vivian, then I die. Archmage's Charm, Wandering Emperor. Let's take Charm Emperor. And then we'll just charm this thing. We have to say no. Opponent's a homie. Opponent's a super homie. Yeah, no, you don't gain the life in response. This hand's fine. Mold to 6. We're gonna try to jam it to Fairy here, which would be a problem. Not a super big problem, but a problem. Yeah. I think I'm in the play Snapcaster Mage Camp right now. Camp Snapcaster. My own Teferi minus on the Ice Fang. Then they can replay it, but that's fine, I think. Need to kill Teferi? I don't know, maybe that wasn't fine. But I desperately, desperately need to get rid of this Teferi. Nom. Sucks. I could try to Archmage's Charm, draw into onto Solitude. So annoying. This is a position where I wish I had Fire Ice still in the deck. Pending's my Teferi. So bad for me. Ice Boy cometh, Ice Boy killeth. Can't do anything about it. I'll be good for next turn. Just counter it forehead. I just want a plus Teferi. Guess I do. If I'm minus Teferi on Teferi, I can't cast another spell. So it's not very good for me. Could play like Yorion here. Gala Summer's so good. Maybe I should have done that first. Draw 3. Played this first, yeah. That probably would have been better. I missequenced that. Although I wouldn't have had Counterspell up if I did it that way. Hearthstone's a fun game. I love Hearthstone. Vivian, Fury. You too. Just haven't drawn a pending yet, which is like kind of mind blowing to me. I think I gotta get rid of this Teferi with big Teferi. Bounce their Fury. They ping my Teferi. At least I can counter this back on the way down. It's like not amazing for me. Okay, go ahead. I've just been drawing way too many lands this game. Now they just like replay it, and I'm so fucking dead. So dead to this Teferi. Bottom, top, kills the Teferi. Why did I draw so many lands? I don't know. Maybe I should have tapped him out and just buying Yorion. Might die. Another one. Is this the best version of blue-white? I don't know. This deck needs marches. Every time I played this deck, I'm like, where's the marches? Marches would be so helpful. Ugh. Pretty boned here. The Vivian version of this deck is such a bad matchup. Just have dirtily shit like Vivian. That's the worst fucking part. I'll keep this. They both have their merits. I mean, I'd rather not play limited at all, to be fair. For being honest. You like Kamigawa Unlimited? I have a very sexy learning ability. It's called dyslexia. I'm so dyslexic. It's me and Bob both. And DT's pretty bad too. I thought they were on Murktide. Their start made me think they were on Murktide, so I didn't play it to Fairy. That's incredible. You have two Solitudes. Why would Murktide run Waker of Waves? Maybe if I wait long enough, I could just bluff that I have counterspells. Ooh, my hand is full of counterspells. No, stop. Stop it. You put that away. I just make them use their force and negation. I might as well. This is just so much worse. I think I Solitude this, and then I bin another Solitude, and I think I let them discard Snapcaster Mage. Is that stupid? Just Solitude, Solitude, exile the Grief, have them discard Snapcaster? That's stupid? Oh yeah, that works. It's pretty stupid, yeah, well. I got nothing else to do. Alright, living in me. It's all good. Like, I can potentially rebuild from here, but now they can't really living end me for a while. They didn't have a thicky graveyard. I should start smacking in with Colonnade. I should probably start smacking in with Colonnade. Never mind, drew counterspell. B-Dan? Coming in with the 5 gifties? What's up, B-Dan? Thanks for the 5 gifties. Force of Negation. Let's counter this. I love that sub notification. But you're probably gonna hear it 5 times. Chardless Agent it is. Target opt. I don't do a dance. Who said I do a dance? That's just not true. I thought I had pause champ. Don't I have pause champ? Alright. Bottom this. I really want that. I promise I will. That's just not true. How are you gonna gaslight me? Alright, Teferi. Where's Sag? What happened to my Twitch or Sag? What? What happened to my BTTV? I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. I don't know what happened to him. I think I just opt first because I'm going to draw this for sure. That's very true, Janini. You are very smart and thin and handsome. I don't know. I'll fix it later. I don't know why they're not working. Block. Block. Take 3 in the air. What are you going to do? Living end me again? Oh my god, you're living ending me again. Doesn't cast it. Didn't think so. Just eat the subtlety. I have the red and the green necessary to eat the subtlety. Eat your subtlety, go ahead. I could have opted first. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Says the stabbing victim. Another shardless. What are you gonna do? Living end me? I didn't think so. Why do you think you have a command in here, Bob? You don't have a command in here. Back in the cage. Just pass. They can't attack. I'm just gonna pass. Let me out, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, okay. Happy, thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. Pending, per se. Okay, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Teferi. Ruined. Well, I mean, if they're gonna attack, I'm gonna attack them back for 7. You smack me, I smack back. I believe that's every force. I think I'm doing a little bit more damage than you. Attacks again. All in, no fear. Now they just don't have anything. Alright. Island. Fire. Shardless agent. They don't have any living ends left. They don't have anything. You have nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Still attacking. Okay, okay. They have 119 revealed cards. Jesus. You don't have any Bollywood stations. That's pretty funny. Can you stop? This is so annoying. Finally. Holy moly. Jesus Christ. Miss Supreme Verdict. Pending out completely. Don't want you. Even though it was kind of clutch last game, most of the time I don't want that card, I don't think. Fire and Ice is also pretty bad. I can cut a Memory Deluge. Solitude was MVP. The most valuable player was Solitude. And then probably cut a Snap. Try like that. I don't mind Fire and Ice. I don't think Dress Down's good at all, no. It's like, what do we dress down in Grief? And then they have a 3-2? They're just gonna beat us down with a 3-2? Maybe, I don't know. We dress down Subtlety and then they beat us down with a 3-3 instead. Well, this is like a god tier hand against them. D&D hot tubbing, huh? Oh, no Fawn? What's wrong, opponent? No force negation? What's wrong? No force? Oh, Foundation Breaker. This is what I get for talking shit? You wouldn't go for it. Not when I'm in my final form. 3 lands, go. This was such a good draw. Shields can never go down. Shields can never go down. Okay. Supreme Verdict. All do they have in here? Should keep me alive long enough to, like, at least Supreme Verdict. Yes. God tier hand really panning out now? Yeah. Yeah. Free spells are pretty good. Who would have thought? Maybe I'm bringing 2 copies of Mystical Dispute instead of these. What could go wrong on the play? Certainly nothing could go wrong on the play, right? Certainly. We'll be fine. We have to be fine. Napkeep. I see Soul Guide Lantern. I see Counterspell. I keep. By counterspell. Hello, counterspell. I love the Thoughtseize bug. Grief bug? Grief bug, anyone? Force, pitching shardless agent. Maybe I was just supposed to counter that. Nah, I think popping is fine. Not sure though. Could really use a land here. Hardcast Foundation Breaker. Respect. Play Chalice, go. I imagine they're not too happy about that one. I think I counter this force. Oh, I just need to hit a land in 7 turns. It's not happening. I'm gonna die to this. I'm gonna die to this Foundation Breaker. No. It's a tap land. That's the worst beat, is the tap land. Guess if they counter Wandering Emperor, I'm kind of boned, Oh, looks like they can't counter Wandering Emperor. Make 2/2. Plus attack for 3. I made another 2/2. We 3/2 the event. Not bad. We take those. And with that, well, we're gonna be done for now. I will probably play the same list with some marches in the sideboard. I think this deck needs march. I think march is better than spreading seas, to be completely honest. But I don't know. Spreading seas makes your Tron match.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.